Hey, so today's kind of interesting day. I had a rough day. Two of my friends were in a rough spot. The first one was a few days ago. She was feeling anxiety, but she never replied after again. So again, rough spot. I shouldn't be worried. I think there are people. I even talked to one person who knows her in her college days, but it bothers me so much that she's not replying. And this is after days where she was replying. And then there's the other one. Thankfully, she had a younger cousin, made her feel alright. I wasn't so much bothered by it, but it was like the end of a entire day where you just like, what did I do? What did I fucking do? I sent money, not much, to a friend who, you know, had a special issue with her daughter, his daughter, having being pregnant. I won't go to the details, but let's just say it's a younger daughter, younger by age, not by anything. I'm looking in myself, like, am I helping enough? 'Cause I tried to help a stranger in Facebook, and I know scam city and all, but this was a stranger that actually accused me of scams because I couldn't go out today to send it to a transfer shop. So I'm not sure. I mean, tomorrow I hope I can help her. But it's one of those days that makes me think, okay, uh, what should I do in this situation? And most people aren't my don't have my way of thinking. So I don't know if it sounds crazy. I know, at least for most people, this will sound crazy. I made a punching bag, mood punching bag. So it was something of I thought I should make it better, but then I said to myself, I want to appeal to sort of a hikikomori uh, person. So the punching bag should be uh, something that I can acquire for uh, inside my room or inside my house. It turns out I was forced to make it more closer to Hikikomori punching bag anyway because uh, no somehow my parents misplaced the punching gloves and two pillows, one can you see it here, two pillows and one blanket and one bag with a strap. And if you look at these letters, it's not pencil pens. I don't have a pencil pen in my room, so I said, okay, I'll I'll do whatever I can. And why should I do a punching bag to begin with? And I'm like, fuck, man, I'm sick and sick and tired of what I can't do to the world because people got in the way. It's why it's like a part of me says, okay, I'll take responsibility, but then I can't deny what people have taken from me. They taken they taken poker away from me. Does not allow me to play poker. Ironically, because of gambling addiction. And okay, let's just go away and say, okay, you're a gambler, so that's a stigma. That's normal. Well, what about my indie film? They took it away too, and I was funding that indie film through poker because guess what? The promised money that was supposed to be given to me by my parents, they weren't really planning to give it to me. And the funny thing about the psychiatric industry is they'll give every excuses to say to the person, okay, maybe your parents just think you can't handle the money, or maybe you haven't been doing this and doing that, or maybe it's just natural. And I think that's sort of the sucks part, you know, because if I could have only something, built something, then even a small community, you know, then it will have worked. It will have worked or it will have failed, but it will have at least helped someone. Instead, I find myself in a place where uh, I tried helping an actress, small time actress, requested by her mother because she was in a relationship with a older guy with another relationship with a girl. Well, guess what? I couldn't afford a home at that time because I wasn't yet gambling. And it turns out she will eventually abandon my family in the worst way possible. Because a previous to that night, there were already people who were like dropping out, and they were doing all this bunch of crazy stuff. They were driving without a license with me on it, and their dad would invade my parents' home. My parents will be like, this was in a sort of condominium, so they will be uh, uh, basically they will just be like an ostrich hiding their heads, and yet they will open the door just to peek when the argument was getting heated. So bystander syndrome and shit like that. And then after that, uh, I was doing everything in my power to create a script with multiple actors and actresses leaving, and wasn't a problem because I saw on YouTube how many what scripts are rejected. And then that psych ward happened. So I'm like in a tough spot, and every one of these uh, messages in here is my hatred toward my life and towards today. And I find it that it could be weird enough because okay, I'm supposed to have a mental illness. You're doing some punching bags of makeshift stuff. Maybe in a more liberal country or a more liberal world, they will understand, but maybe they won't. In somebody picks up this goddamn video and they say, okay, you're bullshitting, you're actually sick right now, you have to be resent to a psych ward. Well, here's my medicine. This is Tegretol, quetiapine. How many milligrams is this? 100 milligrams and 50, I think. Basically one and one half. And just for sake's sake, Depakote. I'm supposed to take this morning, 500 milligram. I'm gonna take it right now just so people, okay, see me punching. They don't say, okay, you're doing some sort of crazy stuff. Because, trust me, uh, crazier things have happened, and I do not uh, hurt anyone. Never did. Maybe I did punch someone just to get out of a situation. That's it. I have no history except when the last time when they tried to drag me away. Finally, lithium, the magic, ooh, yeah, the magic medicine for bipolar. And I'm supposed to be type 2, just in case you guys want to say, okay, this is type 1 raging mode. See, looking at, just so you know, quetiapine is sort of a sleeping pill. So it's supposed to negate whatever emotional high I'm having, if I have it, but I'm not in an emotional high. I'm in a, I'm just tired. I'm sick and tired of this day, and I want to show people that they can, within their room, if they had a room that they nobody would enter, they can do this. In the head part, there's always because my passion is trash them, and I didn't see it until it was too late. They sealed me because that's one of my hatreds. It was my ultimate hatred. So much hatred there that uh I mean it's one thing, right? Uh, you go send a person to a psych ward. Go ahead, go do that, and make sure they can contribute to society. But how about he's contributing to society? He has actors, and he's gonna fail those actors if he's inside. Do you release him or nope? Let's say it's a manic issue. Same thing with I guess you could say this last time I was helping a suicidal friend. What's the first word I hear from the great doctor, psychiatrist? He says to me, well, your parents just want you to have a simple life. Well, fuck that. That's not psychiatry. That's not psychology. That's blackmail. And so I'm just gonna run you by this. Uh, this is because the psych industry sucks. It's on my left because it's my jab hand is on my left. I'm not a boxer. I'm. If you look at my tummy now, you can see it. I'm full flab. I'm 177 pounds only because I ate something like a one like 5 months or 4 months salad in a rehab or psych ward. That's what Filipinos call it, rehab, because I'm not rich enough. That's that was poker. That was you know how bad I wanted poker. I had posters. Now, I don't mean posters that are bought. I mean printed faces of Dan Coleman on the top, Nick Petrangelo when he was the number one seed on the right, and Jack and Ching Wu when he was Asian poker player. And nobody was expecting Mike Takayama to win it for Filipinos yet. And although that, we have Mike Takayama, rank 2, Lester Eddock, rank 1. It's close to close, neck and neck. Georgia Tech. Oh, I forgot who. Jesse Leonares, yeah. Jesse Leonares or Jet Jet. I had everyone from Boss Joven. And you know what? They fucking they fucking just said, you have a gambling addiction. Really? Where's my loans? Where's my reputation of asking for loans? Am I not the person who's considered a fool because I keep feeding people when I go into a tournament? Yeah, I mean feeding. Like, I'm not saying staking, I'm saying feeding people, buying them food when they have no other food. People who have drug histories go near me, and people say, why are you supporting these guys? And I'm buying everyone simple things from gulaman, which is like just a bear drink, to fruit, something fruit drinks in the stands, to fucking hot dogs, and and yet I'm the one who has a gambling addiction, maybe spending addiction. You can tell that, but where were you, doctors? Where were your bases? Because I mentioned that I gamble, and this is the lower ones I wanted to focus on are because I let them rewrite me. I always tried to be somewhat of a good guy, but who was I as a good guy? Who was I? I wasn't. And you know why? Because I was following somebody else's trail. I was going to do something with uh, CJ. This guy, CJ, stole 10,000 pesos from me. That's a huge thing for Filipinos, 10,000 pesos. And he still denies it. And you know what? We work it out. We went to church. We went and helped feed the needy. Yeah, people who are homeless, not just homeless shelter, like homeless. And I let people decide for me that somehow That's that's fucking good, but it's not. You don't make a business out of it, or you don't make a dedication out of it. You let your parents decide what or you let your relatives decide that you're not taking medicine. You let your good deeds become their excuse that you're somehow crazy. And that's how it happened in this fifth time. I wanted them to just simply ask people, can they offer them a ride? Because some people in an airport were having a hard time. Not the, not in the main airport terminal. Going there, they were paying 5,000. Some of the foreigners were asking for the Philippines, should they wait or should they now go after like 1 hour and 30 minutes before their arrival or their departure. And all of a sudden, I was talking normally to these people, and my parents need to do is go cry and go say, "Are you having an incident again?" And that's why this was the right one, the power one, because I didn't see it coming. I could have helped. I don't care if I'm a fucking imperfect person, but I want to fucking do when the opportunity is there, and that's why it hurts when people take those opportunities away. It just hurts because the opportunity was there, and now I'm seeing at least two of my friends, they're suffering, and at least maybe there somebody is helping them. But what about the rest of my friends who are silent? We have friends, and it's normal. It's normal for people who are in uh, psych wards to become anonymous, even in Facebook. I have friends who added me that are changing their names. I'm not bothered by that. I'm bothered by the fact that the opportunity was there. Like all day we could, fix this. We could work it out. But even after a lockdown, will we? We are in such a crazy planet that I don't know if we can help either. And that's why the lowest, you could say it's a low blow at this point, but it's actually bought. Because I allowed their God to be there. I'm not Catholic. I was born Catholic. And I hate every people trying to act so smug about, oh, they know their Bible. Oh, they know their religion. I listen to their pastors, okay? I don't need a fucking arrogant sheep, you know? And yet that's what we're living in these times. Uh, the pastors who teach sheepishness, they give reasons, and the atheists will find a way to turn it into a weapon because, well, the whole fucking religion is messed up. It's not just Christianity, let's face it. There's a lot of there's a lot of good that religion has done in the past. Now it's almost wiped out. There's none. You don't find good religions. You find good missionaries. You find good charities. You find people, but you don't find people that can offer you God and say, we will return everything they take away from you and we will change the world. If someone does that, chances are they're scamming. And this is why I made this, you know. I wanted the message. It could have been better. Look at it. Masking tape's already being removed. But and you know why I'm topless? Because I was ugly and I'm still ugly. I felt less ugly this past few days just because I'm like, wow, really? I grew thin because I haven't been eating. I haven't been eating not because of a virus. I have been not been eating because I was eating healthy. So I no longer uh, want a world where people suffer from eating, and so I don't put my shit into my own body anymore. It wasn't enough, you know. You get tackled down by six people, and then you're starting thinking like, okay, sorry, uh, just time to no longer live this lifestyle where I can't escape out of a gate because I'm fat, and some person is having a relapse, and we don't know what's happening with him, and we just have to like keep praying. So I made this last message for me and for you. This one's says ugly but not making excuses. It would have been nicer as a hashtag. This would have been nicer as some kind of. Instead, this is the result. And I'm gonna. Somebody said anyway that long videos don't work, and I agree. If I could even make it shorter, especially with a video editor, nicer. Uh, but apparently not yet happening. So I'll make this short, but I'll make another video where I'm punching the bag, just because I need to, but also because I want to kind of, show people my anger. I once showed a patient, he was angry as this is that, and he was like, okay, he was inside a psych ward, remember? So he was like, wanna go do something dangerous, and I'm like, say okay, let you want to do something short, but let's do something simple first, like punch a pillow, which is this. And I was holding the pillow, and I said, okay, why don't you hold the pillow and I'll punch, and I punch it, and I punch it so hard, so fast, not because I'm strong. I couldn't knock out a basic person. And he lost his uh, inner hatred. That's how I saw therapy. I didn't see therapy the psych wards did, where like everything is forbidden and we're gonna send people out, and they're either gonna one day be sent back in because they hate the fucking system, or they become some kind of delusional person, just thinking, okay, you know what, the psych ward is so good, it helps me, and that's why it's gonna help other people. So you know what, I'll cut this short. Thanks. Title this Hikikomori by uh, I'll probably title it something later on for the song.